Hello everybody, Goawei here, bringing you yet another episode of Ace Academy. As usual, if you're new to this channel or new to the series, I highly recommend that you go down in the link in the description below to hit that playlist and start from episode 1. I will not be doing annotations anymore, as YouTube has stated that they will be removing it starting May of this year, I believe, which is 2017. So without further ado, let us continue with Ace Academy. So what happened was last time we left off, we were at the daycare with Kaori and we were taking care of how should I say, little kids while someone was trying to hit on her. But we kind of straightened everything out, and it seems that Kaori understands that we were just a tad bit jealous. So yeah, another hour passes by in a blur, and before long the parents trickle in to collect their children. The kids whine that they want to stay longer with Miss Kaori, but their parents urge them home. After all the kids have gone, the staff wave goodbye to each other and pack up to go home too. Before I go, I want to catch up with Kaori. To my surprise, Kaori approaches me first. I acted stupidly today, and although we talked it out, I feel like I'm about to get another earful.
I'm sorry.
Wait, what? That catches me completely off guard. What?
I made you feel uncomfortable.
I mean, to be fair, I think we were just being a bit, do I say this? Irrational? Illogical? It's just not like us. We were being unreasonable in a sense, so it's not really your fault, Kaori.
I thought about it some more, and I maybe should have been more clear to Aito to begin with.
Kaori looks worried as a soft blush stains her cheeks. Forget about earlier. Now I feel even more guilty. No, it's not your fault. I shouldn't have acted like that at all. We stand awkwardly, unsure what to say next.
Kiss and makeup already.
I like Uncle Miguel. He's cool.
Uncle! How long have you been there? Wait, what are you doing?
I turn around to see Uncle Miguel holding up his cell phone.
I must document this momentous occasion for your children.
Oh man, how do you even know we're gonna go that far? I mean, I have no plans on ditching Kaori because she's awesome right now, but... Uncle Miguel. Kaori's mouth drops open as her face turns as bright as a tomato. I'm positive my face is equally red.
What? Don't say ridiculous things like that! Give me that phone!
No, I cannot.
I love this guy, he's awesome. Kaori charges after Miguel, who skillfully keeps the phone just out of her reach.
Uncle Miguel!
You will thank me one day, my sweet.
I think you will too. I can't help but laugh at the sheer ridiculousness of the situation. All in all, today was a good day. After I gather all my things, I drive home. My stomach growls loudly as I park my bike in the garage. Nikki, please be home for once. I wonder what we're going to have for dinner. As I enter the kitchen, I see a dainty strawberry cake sitting on the kitchen table. Cake? For dinner? I peer closely at the layered cake and use my finger to taste the whipped cream. It melts on my tongue in a cloud of sweetness. Fresh whipped cream! That's the only kind of whipped cream I'll eat. Mom spoiled us. She never bought whipped cream because she'd always make it herself. Wait a minute. Mom's birthday! Nikki? Did Nikki bake this cake for Mom's birthday? I searched the house but see no signs of her. There's no text from her on my phone either. Clearly, she came home after school, which means there's only one place she can be. I grab my keys and hop back on my bike to find Nikki. We live next to a park back at home, and Nikki often escaped to there when she was upset. Just as I expected, I find Nikki swinging forlornly in the park. Her head is bent as she gazes down at something in her hands. I take a seat beside her. She glances at me, but doesn't speak. Instead, she cups the open locket in her hands, the one that usually hangs around her neck. Inside is a picture of Mom and Dad. You okay?
I don't know.
Mom would have loved the cake you baked her. Nikki snaps the locket shut and holds it in her chest.
I had to do something, you know? Today is Mom's birthday and I couldn't not celebrate it.
I understand, Nikki. I understand. I know.
So I thought I'd make her a cake like we used to, but then
Her voice trembles as she takes a minute to compose herself.
that cake, it was like it was taunting me. A reminder that Mom will never get a chance to eat it.
Man, this is like some deep stuff after like that really good moment with Goawei. Oh, poor Nikki.
It's not fair.
I hate to be the one to say that life isn't fair, but that's kind of the gist of what happens. Nikki's knuckles turn white as she clutches at the locket. Her hands begin to shake.
I barely got any time with her before she was taken away, and I just want her back.
You know, there's probably a weird time to point this out, but the fountain in the background makes it look like she's wearing ribbons in her hair, which is kind of cute. And not the time and place, but you know, just thought I'd mention it. I don't know. All right, let's get back to the story. Nikki.
I know I'm being crazy, but I just keep thinking it's my fault.
Why do you think that? Tears trickle down her cheeks and leave wet stains on her shirt. Instinctively, I pull her in for a hug and she leans against me. This wasn't your fault, Nikki.
It is.
You had no control over this. She pulls away and falls silent. When she finally speaks, her voice is thick.
I missed the bus that day.
What?
The reason I left the cafe is because I missed the bus and needed a ride home. I keep thinking, what if I had just gotten on that bus as soon as class ended? I wasn't even doing anything important. I was just hanging out and lost track of time. I remember being so annoyed when they didn't show up. I was so angry I had to walk home, and all I could think about was how much
Her voice falters.
I hated them.
You didn't mean that. You were angry.
What kind of daughter thinks like that? When I remember, I just feel so disgusted with myself.
Be that as it may, what happened wasn't your fault, Nikki. You didn't tell the driver to hit them. You can't keep blaming yourself.
Then why do I feel like I'm being punished?
Because this sucks. Because it's so easy to think about all the years that have been stolen from you and to lament that loss. But you can't keep thinking like that. Look on the positive side. I didn't fare much better. Be happy for the time you did spend together. Focus on all the good times you had with them. The last thing Mom and Dad would want is for you to be sad because of them. They want you to be happy.
I know. I just miss them so much.
Me too, Nikki. Me too. I know. I miss them too. But on the bright side, at least you've still got me. Nikki sighs.
I thought you were trying to make me feel better, not worse.
Oh, the pains. Oh, my heart. Oh, my sister. Why you do this to me? Hey! She lets out a weak laugh. Her tears have stopped and some color is returning to her face. Remember Mom's cake from last year? It was completely inedible.
You mean the second cake? The one you baked for Mom because you forgot her birthday?
Oh yeah! Whoops. Nikki laughs.
Mom tried so hard to eat it, but eventually she just gave up.
Not my finest moment. But at least it wasn't as bad as the one Dad baked the year before.
You mean when he almost burned our entire house down?
Nikki laughs so hard she snorts, which only makes her laugh harder. Her laughter is infectious and I can't help but join in. I think I got a lot more of Dad in me than you do.
Yeah, but it's not all bad. You got a lot of his good qualities too. Like how you're always there for me when I need you.
Hey, that's what big brothers are for, right? It's a hard job, but somebody has to do it. Nikki bumps me playfully with her swing.
Rude!
It's not like you didn't do the same thing to me like 3 seconds ago. No? You know what's rude? Leaving a perfectly delicious cake untouched in the kitchen.
That's true. It was made for eating.
So let's go eat it. Grinning from ear to ear, Nikki nods and stands up. Together we head to my bike and I drive us back home. MC is actually really smart. As soon as I park, the two of us hop off my bike and eagerly rush into the kitchen, then freeze. There's only 1/3 of the cake remaining, and a trail of crumbs starts from the kitchen table and ends at Uncle Kaito's face. I can only stare in stunned silence at the scene.
Uncle Kaito?
He pauses. A fork full of moist yellow cake is halfway to his mouth.
Did you eat all of the cake?
I wouldn't be surprised. This guy's a freaking glutton. Uncle Kaito looks from his fork to Nikki, then back at the fork.
I want my lawyer.
I pleased the fizith. Nikki and I burst out laughing as Uncle Kaito shoves the fork into his mouth. Nikki and I split the rest of the cake while Uncle Kaito looks on longingly. Nikki is all smiles for the rest of the night as Uncle Kaito asks us about our day. I tuck into bed early as I know I'll have a busy day of frolicking in the hot springs tomorrow. Soon I'm dreaming about Carrie steaming up the hot water. Okay? I wake up at the first sound of my alarm and jump out of bed. I need to meet my friends at the train station so we can all head over to the hot springs together. And I'd rather not be the last one there. They might leave without me. Just kidding. No, they wouldn't? Would they? Either way, I throw on some clothes and race to the pack to pack up what I need. Oh my god, my reading skills are so bad today, guys. After grabbing a quick breakfast, I hop on my bike and drive to the train station. Yada yada yada. I haven't been back here since my arrival to Izokaze. It's exactly the same as I remember it. People bustle back and forth, and the whole station is blanketed with the buzz of conversations. For some reason, the familiarity of it is comforting. I purchase my ticket and find Kari, Mayu, Valerie, and Yuna already waiting on the platform. Where the heck is Broseph? Well, don't you all look nice? Hey! Yuna and Valerie wave as I approach while Mayu smile and Kari nods in greeting.
You made it.
Of course, I wouldn't miss it for the world. So did you. I glance around us. Where's Sho?
Running late, like usual.
He'll be here.
I hope so. He has all our tickets. Kari gives me a look. I mean, of course he'll be here. She crosses her arms but otherwise falls silent. Even Yuna looks worried as she checks the time. We've still got a few minutes before the train comes. Although, I know in the background there's a train right there. Unless, of course, you're telling me that's not the train we're supposed to be getting into, or is that the train that, supposed to be arriving soon. As the second ticks by, even I'm beginning to lose hope. Thankfully, Sho soon appears. So, guys, we're hitting close to that 15-minute mark. As usual, thank you all for joining me. If you like the content I've provided, please hit that like button. And if you want to see my future content, as I do upload every single day, I highly, highly suggest that you hit that subscribe button. So hit that subscribe button and you will see more of my videos. Thank you very much for joining me, and I will see you in the next episode of Ace Academy. Goodbye, everybody.